Hi, so this is a quick demo of how to run biiff on your desktop. So what I've got here is a folder on my desktop called Starry Night. It's got a picture of Van Gogh's Starry Night in it. First thing I'm going to do is run a command prompt. I use git bash, but whatever you prefer should work. And I'm going to install two things: biiff-cli and HTTP server, and they're going to be installed globally with the -G. So hit enter. So those are now both installed. What I'm going to do next is I want to run biiff-cli on the Starry Night folder. I'm passing it a URL of localhost 8080. This will become clear why later. So if I hit enter there, see it's run through its process. It's found no metadata for Starry Night, but it's generated image tiles and a thumbnail and an index.json. So if I now go code dot, this will run VS Code for me so I can look at the generated files. So here's the index.json. So the biiff presentation 3D manifest. It's generated the image tiles for me, and there's a thumbnail here as well. So if I now run HTTP server within this directory, remember we installed this earlier, so I'm saying run HTTP server for the Starry Night folder, and I'm saying clause equals authorization. This is to allow other apps to running on localhost to read it. So run that, and I have the universal viewer running on another port on my local host. So you can see I'm loading localhost 8080 index.json, which is the file that was generated by biiff. So I can zoom in on this. It's a tiled image. If I open this, there's no metadata yet. So if we want to add some metadata, if we go back to VS Code and in the Starry Night folder, let's add .yaml, and then I'm going to put some metadata in there. Give it a label Starry Night, a description, attribution, and then some other metadata that I've got from the MoMA site. So I'll save that. Now if I go back to VS Code, back to git bash rather, for that folder, and I run the same command as earlier, just to regenerate the files in biiff. And if I go back to Firefox, sometimes it helps to do a cache bust. You can see it's loaded up with a new title and some metadata from the info YAML that we added.